I don't know how this stuff works very well. Good morning, everybody. This is Ozzy Ramirez. I'm your Time Life operator and your Chick fil A order taker. I'm not. People talk, people make fun of this stuff. I don't care. I wear this microphone so you can hear me better. Uh, let's just go ahead and hop into it. So, guys, um, the biggest thing is asking yourself, who are you hanging around with? And I know this is going to sound so cliche and you've heard it a million times, but let's just be real. Who are you hanging around with? Who are you spending the most time with? Um, and I go back to it's kind of crazy. You look at our kids. Our kids, who do they spend the most time with? Be real. Most of our kids, if you're in public or private school, whatever it is, they go in at 7 or 8 in the morning. They come in at 3 or 4. They spend their biggest chunk of time with other kids, right, and their teachers and things like that. And I'm not saying any that's bad or good, but here's the deal: is if your kids start running with certain people, they start picking up their tendencies, right? They start speaking their language. They start behaving in a certain way, and it's a sad thing because as parents, it's like you're battling this programming that's happening at school, and you bring them home, and you got to reprogram, and you got to help, put new thoughts in their mind. So a battle as a parent should be spend as much time you pouring into your kids' minds as you possibly can, because when they leave you, they're getting reprogrammed in another way. So it's a battle. It's a consistent battle. Um, so that's just the first part, like, of the mentality and the thought of like what I'm digging into today. Another one is understanding just growth, guys. So if you're around a group of people who values money over people, and that's just kind of what you're running with, and that's where you're headed, guys, you're more than likely you're going to eventually grab some of those traits, right? And I said it the other day, I'll say it again: you hang around a barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut. So who are you running with? Who are you hanging out with? Who are you surrounding yourself with? And I don't want to go too much into it, but I was in an office where our team was the number one group of agents in the office. We were the number one team in the office, and the gap between us and number two was huge, something like over $20 million gap difference, right? And I love the office, and I won't ever say anything crazy bad or anything about that office at all. But eventually, you're like, you begin realizing, like, I'm running my own race with me. There's no competition. I'm not running a race with anyone else. Yet my level of accomplishment has to do a lot with almost like a fish in a fish tank, right? If I'm in a tiny fish tank, I'll never outgrow it. But if I put myself in a huge fish tank, or I put myself in arenas where I'm in bigger conversations, for example, with my coaching and the company that I'm coaching with, so John Cheplack Coaching, and working with Veronica Figueroa, and there's so many other agents. I was on a group call the other day with John Cheplack, and some of the top real estate teams from all over the world were on this one call. It's like 50 of us. They're from everywhere all over the world, and they're doing big things. And I'll be completely honest with you. I shut the hell up. Like, I just shut up and I listened to everything anybody had to say, and I was taking notes and I was thinking. And I think I opened my mouth just to say, I don't feel like I have the right to speak in this room because you guys are monsters and you're killing it. And it was just really awesome. So I love that. It was pretty dang cool. But overall, to me, putting myself in rooms where I'm surrounded with people who either are going through the same struggles that I am, on the same level of production, same level of business and growth minded, or somebody who's already been where I've been, and several of them, not just one, a room of 5, 10, 15, 20 of them. We're tossing ideas and we're growing together, and I'm asking them questions about, what are all the pitfalls and all the adversity and all the hardship they went through for me to grow and to become that person I need to become to run the business I need to run. Because just be real. I mean, the business is about funding the perfect life, right? Business is about getting back to my family in a way where I'm proud, in a way where I have enough money to do the things I want to do, to give back and grow the community, all those things. So it was just awesome. And, I think back to a phrase and a terminology that I use a lot is, if you want to learn how to speak Spanish or whatever language, you should go immerse yourself in that culture, right? So if I want to learn how to speak Spanish, I should probably go live in Mexico for a little while. I'll go live in Spain or something like that. Now, I know you have Babbel and Rosetta Stone and all this other crap, and you can take classes. But if you can go and live in that culture and immerse yourself in that culture, you have the best chance of learning that language. And so if you want to grow your production, if you want to grow a culture within an organization, you should go and be with people who have a culture that you respect and you want to be a part of. You should go and be with a group of people who have that production and things that you want to be a part of. and start being a part of that conversation. You'll start speaking that language of culture. You'll start speaking that language of productivity. If you want to learn how to speak Spanish, you'll start speaking Spanish. Like it's these are true principles that just you just can't deny them. It's just the way it is. Um, and overall, you just keep on asking yourself, like, am I in the right circle of people? Am I getting in the right conversations? Am I talking to the right people? If you're in a room full of negative people, even as powerful as you are, as powerful as I am, if you're in a room full of 10 people and 9 people are negative, or 9 people are speaking in a culture and a direction that's in a certain way, more than likely that energy is going to overpower you, and eventually it's going to be very hard for you to overcome. Um, so just surround yourself with the right people. Always start with culture, right? Make sure that people that are similar culture of you as you. I'll be real. Like there's certain people that I won't mesh with very well because they don't understand my struggles. They don't understand where I'm coming from and where I'm going, and and it just gets difficult that way. So I'm asking yourself, start seeking to be in circles that are going to serve you. Start seeking to be in groups of people. Immerse yourself in cultures that are going to help you to grow and become the person you want to become. Start enriching yourself, right? You hang around with a bunch of sheep, a wolf's going to come and get you, right? You hang out around with a bunch of wolves, you get to go and do those things, right? So choose to be, the right person. Choose to be the person you want to be, and go and find those people who are becoming those people, or already those people, and grow, guys. I love you. I hope this helps you a little bit. If you ever need anything, holler at me, and I'm going to keep these videos coming, and I'm going to keep on taking Chick fil A orders. Yes, my pleasure. Y'all have a great day, guys. Talk to y'all later.